Let's dive straight in. Section 7. What do they put in sausages that even the bun is shocked? Alright buddy, sit down. Let me tell you a little story about something that technically qualifies as food, but honestly feels more like a secret Pentagon project. Sausages. Look, sausages aren't what you think they are. I mean, from the outside, they're kinda cute. Nice shape, that warm brown color, a certain confidence. But inside? Oh man, it's a little darker in there. Let me put it like this. If you ever ask me, hey, would you rather know what's actually in a sausage or just eat it in peace? As a proud slab of meat myself, I'm gonna say, nah bro, I'd rather not know. Because inside those bad boys, it's everything. I'm talking leftover bits that even park squirrels would turn down, fat that looks like it fell out of another galaxy. And yeah, sometimes stuff scientists only refer to as animal residue. One time a human kid told me, but don't they sanitize that stuff? And I said, yeah baby, they do. But that's like spraying perfume on an old sneaker and calling it fine dining. Now for the magical part, the puree process. All those nasty, I mean delicious, kidding, gross, leftovers go into this massive grinding machine that sounds like a steak having a mental breakdown. And what comes out? A pink paste. Yep, that pink paste. If you ever see it once, you won't touch a sausage for a week, minimum. Then comes the seasoning. But not the kind your mama sprinkles with love. Nah, this is more like dark wizardry. A little paprika, a dash of salt, and a whole bunch of stuff the FDA is still running tests on. After that, it gets stuffed into something that looks like an intestine. And yeah, sometimes it is an intestine, like real deal biological tubing. Then, they heat it, smoke it, steam it, or maybe just whisper to it until it softens, joking? Or am I? But the craziest part? It still tastes good. And you're left with a deeply philosophical question. Am I a bad person for loving something that might include cow nose, but tastes like absolute heaven? And I, your friendly neighborhood steak, say, no dude, you're just a modern human. A hungry soul with a brain that's learned not to ask too many questions when something hits right. But hey, now that you've heard all this, next time you see a sausage, pause for a sec, look at it, maybe, just maybe, a little mystery will peek back, or a tiny chunk of meat might whisper, don't judge me, I'm just a victim in all this. End of story. Let's move on to the next part before I spiral into an existential crisis about sausages. Section 6. What's in chips that even rats won't touch? Let's be real here. Chips? Oh yeah, they're tasty. That crunch in your mouth feels like a popcorn concert inside your skull. But buddy, let me ask you something. Why is it that the minute you open a bag of chips, 1 minute later you're questioning all your life choices, with a smile on your face? So listen up. There was this lab experiment where scientists laid out a buffet for rats. Cheese? They rushed in. Chocolate? Obsessed. Chips? They sniffed it once and noped out of there like, nah bro, I got dreams to chase. So if a rat, a creature literally known for eating anything, turns its nose up at chips, why the heck are we still homies with him? That question's been haunting me ever since. Well, not too long, cause I went and ate another bag that same night. No regrets. Lenny dropped some behind the scenes magic on you. First off, chips start as potatoes. Sure, but somewhere along the way, that potato goes through an identity crisis so deep, even its grandma wouldn't recognize it. They slice it paper thin. I'm talking thinner than your patience in traffic. Then it takes a sizzling bath in oil so hot it could melt an asteroid. By the time it's done, there's barely any food left, just a delicious fossil of what used to be a potato. And then comes the real witchcraft, flavor dust. That golden powder you see? It's a mysterious mix of salt, fat, acid, MSG, and maybe, just maybe, the tears of a disappointed chemistry major. And MSG? Oh, that's a wild one. Some say it gives them headaches. Some say it makes them write poetry at 2 a.m. Whatever it does, it's got your brain saying, put that bag down, after this last bite. Now let's think for a sec. Chips are packed with salt, soaked in fat, loaded with preservatives that sound more like your Wi-Fi password than ingredients, and nutritionally, they're like barbecue-flavored air pollution. So why do we keep eating them? Cause like my buddy says, chips are tasty sadness. You know they're bad for you, but you still want them. Just like that toxic friend you keep inviting to your birthday. Final verdict. If you ever see a rat cautiously tiptoeing away from a chip bag, don't be surprised. He's just a couple steps ahead of us. We'll still eat M, still smile, still say never again, until tomorrow, when a new flavor hits the shelves with a name like rocket fried chicken with caramelized onion dust from Mars. And your brain's like, buy it now. Section 5. Chicken without the chicken? Yep, that's a thing. Alright. Quick question, my friend. Have you ever eaten something that tastes like chicken, chews like chicken, even looks like chicken, but not a single feather in sight? Nope, not joking. Welcome to the age of chickenless chicken. The first time I saw it, I popped a piece in my mouth with the kind of suspicion you'd have meeting a guy named Todd who sells watches out of a van. And the taste? Honestly, not bad. Somewhere between real chicken and a flavor-enhanced airplane seat cushion. But when I found out it wasn't chicken, my brain did a full factory reset. See? See, these plant-based chicken things? They're not really food. They're science experiments with good PR, made of soy, peas, wheat gluten, and whatever was hiding in the back of someone's vegan pantry since 2014. And you're like, how do they make it so chickeny? Well, some genius lab coat folks sat down, studied actual chicken muscle fibers like they were decoding ancient scripts, and said, yo, let's build this with chickpeas and hope. And somehow, it worked. From far away, it screams I'm chicken. But up close? More like chicken's third cousin who grew up in the city and only visits on holidays. Now you might ask, why even make fake chicken? Because lots of folks want to quit meat, but can't quit that juicy grilled poultry vibe. It's like someone saying, I'm on a diet, but if there's chocolate cake that's 0 calorie, I'm diving in face first. So the food companies said, no worries fam. We made chicken that's not chicken, but your brain won't know the difference. And our brains? Real gullible. Throw in a chewy texture, a whiff of fake smoke, and a name like Sustainable Herb-Infused Future Filet and boom, you got lines out the door like it's free sushi Friday. Is it gross? Honestly, sometimes it's really tasty. Is it healthier? Well, that's another episode. Because some of these plant-based nuggets are so packed with binders and flavor blasters that even real chicken's like, hey man, tone it down. In the end, chickenless chicken is perfect for our generation. People who want the vibe without the guilt. It's like watching a horror movie without any monsters, just creepy music, and you still end up screaming. And me, as a proud steak who knows exactly who I am, I say, if you want to eat fake chicken that does a pretty good chicken impression, go for it. Just keep me out of it. I've already got enough existential beef on my plate. Let's move on before one of these soy chickens tries to start a philosophical debate with me. Section 4. Natural color or crayon seasoning? Alright pal, let's keep it real. Remember as a kid when someone colored food with crayons and we laughed? Well guess what? Now that we're grown-ups, we're eating the crayons. You know what I'm talking about. Those bright, shiny, glow-in-the-dark colors on snacks and drinks that look less like food and more like modern art. From neon orange cheese puffs to soda that looks like it belongs at a rave. It's Halloween in your stomach. I once had a pink gelatin dessert, so aggressively pink I swear I was biting into Barbie herself. And the label said, made with natural colors. Buddy, from which nature exactly? Jupiter? Because I've never seen a hot pink tree in my life. Here's the secret no one wants to talk about. Most of these colors? Lab-made, straight up science. Stuff like yellow, 5 or red, 40. Sounds more like race car drivers than food ingredients. One red dye. Used to come from crushed beetles. Yup, beetles. Squashed, strawberry flavored sadness. So yeah, chew on that next time you pop a strawberry gum and your brain whispers, I'm sucking on a bug with ambition. Some brands now use natural stuff like beet juice, turmeric, or spirulina. That's green pond gunk with a health degree. But let's be honest, the synthetic color gang is still partying hard in most grocery aisles. People say, it's just a little color, who cares? Okay, but if you pour a little blue liquid into your gas tank, your car ain't starting, bro. It's not about the amount, it's the impact. And health aside, some of these colors are designed to trick your brain. That bright orange soda might taste like lemon. That purple puff tastes like cheese. This ain't food, it's edible illusion. Like if Christopher Nolan directed your snack drawer. And me, as a steak who proudly wears his natural reddish-brown glow. No filters, no CGI. I say, if your food looks like it escaped from a crayon box, maybe think twice before chomping down. Or at least double-check that what you're eating is actually food, and not a limited edition marker pack from 2025. So next time you see something glowing in the snack aisle, pause, read the label, and ask yourself, is this dinner or a wax sculpture with barbecue flavor? Let's keep going before I start wondering if I accidentally ate a box of Crayolas back in preschool. Section 3. When pizza just ain't pizza anymore. Look man, pizza? That's sacred. A holy circle of dough, cheese, sauce, and just a little bit of soul. But these days, the stuff they call pizza out here? If real Italians saw it, they'd probably launch themselves into space out of pure shame. One day a buddy comes up to me like, yo steak, I got this new pizza. It's got cauliflower crust, vegan cheese, and oat milk sauce. I'm like, excuse me? Did you order dinner or submit your thesis for a nutrition degree? Listen, I'm all for creativity. I mean, look at me. I'm a steak with a podcast. But what they're slapping the pizza label on these days, it's less food and more of a culinary hack job. Some of these things don't even have dough, or real cheese, or any actual pizza vibes. It's like someone stacked a sad salad on top of a cardboard coaster and said, voila, let's break it down. The cheese? Most of it ain't cheese. They call it cheese alternative, but it's more like melted glue with a sprinkle of deception. You bite into it, and suddenly your mouth's in a heated debate with a piece of edible rubber. And the crust used to be puffy, golden, oven-kissed dreams. Now, we're out here baking crusts out of cauliflower, lentils, even brown rice. I had one where the base was made of dried pumpkin and motherly affection. Honestly, not terrible, but don't call that pizza. Call it Happy Health disc with stuff on top. So here's the big question. If it's got none of the core pizza ingredients, is it still pizza? Or are we just lying to ourselves like, yeah, same thing, just evolved? I mean, come on. If a bike has a motor, no handlebar, and can fly, it ain't a bike anymore. That's just a sketchy helicopter. But hey, I get it. People want the pizza experience without the pizza aftermath. We crave stretchy cheese joy without the guilt, grease, or need to unbutton our jeans halfway through dinner. As one of my buddies put it, these new pizzas, they're like dating someone heavily filtered on Instagram. Looks fire from afar, but up close, things feel off. So as your loyal, classic steak, my take is this: if you're gonna eat pizza, eat real pizza at least once a month, just so you remember what actual happiness tastes like. Bottom line, pizza should stay pizza, not a TED Talk in edible form. Let's move on before someone hands us a pizza with no crust, no cheese, and calls it abstract culinary art. Section 2. That smoky flavor might not be smoke. Alright my friend, time for some real talk. You know that delicious smoky smell that hits your nose when you open certain food packages? Like that first whiff of deli ham and your brain's like, whoa, someone started a bonfire in here. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's not smoke. It's something called liquid smoke. Yep, smoke. In a bottle. Like barbecue perfume. Like the tears of a real grill trapped in a jar. And me, your grill charred, old school steak. I'm here to say with full chest, this is culinary catfishing, my dude. Here's how it goes down. Some companies are like, we don't got time to actually smoke this meat. That takes effort and fire. So they take some wood, burn it, trap the vapor, filter it, condense it, and BM. You get bottled smoke essence. Then they slap on a label, natural smoky flavor. But really, all that means is the food saw smoke once. From across the room, now we've got smoky bacon, smoky barbecue sauce, smoky peanuts, smoky cheese, all of it flavored with this magical fog juice instead of real fire. And you and me both know that just ain't the same. My favorite? The bottles that proudly say, grill flavor without the grill. As a steak who spent hours over hot coals, let me tell ya, that's like saying, took a bath, but without water. Sure, I get it. Liquid smoke's convenient. Perfect for people in apartments who don't want to set off the fire alarm making ribs. But still, it feels weird. Like walking into a forest made of plastic trees with bird sounds playing from Bluetooth speakers. So next time you taste that smoky flavor and think, dang, someone grilled this to perfection, pause and ask yourself, was it grilled or just spritzed from aisle 5 next to the soy sauce? Me, I grew up over real flames. I've got scorch marks and trauma to prove it. So if you're gonna say something tastes like smoke, please at least let it see a real fire once in its life. Let's keep going before someone tries to turn me into plant-based liquid smoke digital steak. Section 1. And finally, the dark secret of the healthy salad. Okay, we've made it to the end, but with a twist, because this ain't about fast food, or sausages, or radioactive colored snacks. This is about the one dish that walks around acting like it's pure and innocent. That's right, I'm talking about salad. Yeah man, salad. The thing folks order when they're trying to be healthy. They're like, I'm having a salad for dinner. My inner Zen monk is thriving in a field of kale. But hold up. Is salad really healthy? Or is it just playing us all? Let me tell you a story. Saw someone in a fast food joint once. They proudly said, I'm just getting a salad. My diet doesn't allow anything else. And what showed up? A pile of lettuce, deep fried chicken chunks, croutons that looked like buttered bricks, and about a gallon of ranch dressing just poured on top like it was a fire drill. My dude, that wasn't a salad. That was a crustless pizza in disguise. Some salads have so many calories. If you put a real cheeseburger next to him, the burger would be like, yo, chill out, bro, let's look at what's actually in these healthy salads. Grilled chicken? Nah. Fried and crispy, baby. Dressing? A blend of mayo, cheese, sugar, and the crushed dreams of a generation. Nuts? Yeah, healthy in theory, until you dump half the jar. Croutons? Basically stealth bread spies hiding in leafy cover. James Bond would be proud. And don't even get me started on the bagged lettuce. You think it's just innocent greens? Nah, it's been chlorine rinsed, preservative packed, and if you're unlucky, comes with bonus bacteria that'll take your mind on a very interesting trip. So why do we fall for it? Because salad makes us feel good. Eat something green equals I'm a good person. Now bring me dessert without guilt. Like my friend always says, salad is just a ticket to justify ice cream. Look, not all salads are bad. If you make one from scratch, skip the sugar bombs and deep fried surprises, it can totally be great. But at that point, it's no longer a fast food salad. It's a nutrition counseling session in a bowl. So as a proud steak who's always been judged by salads, I'm here to say, sometimes, salad is just a wolf in leafy clothing. So next time one smiles at you on the menu, ask it, are you really healthy? Or just wearing spinach to trick me? And with that, we close the book. Go eat whatever you want. Just know that behind every bite might be a dark little secret.